We will graph this trigonometric sine function easily, effortless. Basically, we'll translate this into table, then from table we'll graph. So the first thing is we need to find the amplitude and if there is any vertical stretch or shrink. Okay, so the amplitude of trigonometric function is the maximum minus the minimum divided by 2. So the maximum for this function is 3, the minimum is minus 3, so it is 3 minus minus 3, which is 3 plus 3, which is equal to 6, then divide that by 2, it is 3. So that's your amplitude. So the next thing is we need to find the period. The period is bx. Bx is always 2 pi. It's one complete cycle is 2 pi. For this function, bx happen to be half x. B is 2 half x. So half x equals 2 pi. Then multiply both sides by 2. Then x is equal to 4 pi. Then the period is 4 pi. Now, the half x is basically between 0 and 2 pi. That is one complete cycle. Then if you multiply all sides by 2, then x is between 0 and 4 pi. So that means half x is between 0 and 2 pi. Then halfway is 0 plus 2 pi is 2 pi, divided by 2 is pi. So halfway is pi. Then 0 plus pi is pi, divided by 2 is pi over 2. Then pi plus 2 pi is 3 pi, 3 pi divided by 2 is 3 pi over 2. That's how you find the value of half x. Okay? Then to find the value of x, either one way is multiply the top by 2. So half x times 2 is just x. Then 0 times 2 is 0. Pi over 2 times 2 is pi. Pi times 2 is 2 pi. 3 pi over 2 is times 2 is 3 pi. 2 pi times 2 is 4 pi. The other way is also, we know that x is between 0 and 4 pi, so you put 0 here and 4 here. Then halfway is 0 plus 4 pi is 4 pi, divided by 2 is 2 pi. Then halfway between 0 and 2 pi is 2 pi plus 0 is 2 pi, divided by 2 is pi. Then halfway between 2 pi and 4 pi is 2 pi plus 4 pi is 6 pi, divided by 2 is 3 pi. Then we need to find the value of y. To find the value of y, simply focus on half x. Though we have the value of half x here, then it is sine of half x, which is sine of 0, is 0 times 3 is 0. Sine of half x is pi over 2. Sine of pi over 2 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Half x is equal to pi. Then sine of pi is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Half x is equal to 3 pi over 2. Sine of 3 pi over 2 is minus 1. Minus 1 times 3 is minus 3. Half x is 2 pi. Sine of 2 pi is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Then we simply take these values and translate them into graph. So the x values are 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, and that's one complete cycle. From this point to this point is one complete cycle, and we have the values of y here. When x is 0, y is 0. When x is pi, y is 3. When x is 2 pi, y is 0. When x is 3 pi, y is minus 3. When x is 4 pi, y is 0. And you connect these points and you get one complete cycle. Then this is a sine function that repeats itself every period. So this is one period. The second period is from 4 pi to 8 pi, and it continues to infinity. And from 0 to negative 4 pi, and it repeats itself to negative infinity. And that's how you graph sine function effortlessly. So next time I will take this. In the next video I will add, in front of 3 I will add 3. That will shift the graph vertically by 3. Then I will subtract from half x, I will subtract pi over 2, and that will shift the graph to the right by pi. So this graph, adding 3 in the front and subtracting pi over 2 will shift this graph vertically by 3 and horizontally by pi, which is called phase shift. We'll do that on the next video. Thank you. Please subscribe, share, and like, and ask your friends to subscribe, share, and like.